こんにちは。ポーカーバービジットの夫です。このチャンネルはポーカーバービジットのファイナルテーブルの配信や山口県のさまざまなポーカーシーン、店舗の紹介などを中心に行っているチャンネルです。もし山口県でポーカーをしたい人、興味がある人、そういう人がいたらチャンネル登録と高評価をよろしくお願いします。第2回の今回は山口ポーカースポットプレイヤーズと題し、各店舗から代表の選手1名を出してもらい、ビジットで戦いました。第1回のワイワイ感を残しながらも真剣にポーカーの駆け引きをする様子が楽しめると思います。自分がよく行くお店の選手を応援しながら最後まで楽しんでいただけると幸いです。どうぞ。
Here we have our first player representing Hofu is Gururo Rui. Here representing our second player from Yanai is Jack 5 Yua. Here our third player is Kinana, our most famous player from Yamaguchi. Finally, here's our fourth player, Justin from Iwakuni, our only American. And missing our two players who are late is Ube Monster Rubik and Yura Onsen Beams Kina. Here the action starts. Blinds are 100, 200. Justin's first to act in seat 3.
3番フォールド、
Seat 3 folds.
6番コール、
6 seats
7番
calls.
レイズ600、
Raise from the 7th seat. Yuya from Jack 5.
6番コールヘッドアッ
Jack
プ、
7 off. Here we go to the flop. We have Ace 7 Deuce Rainbow. First to act will be Yua
7番
in
チ
the
ェッ
small blind. He checks.
ク、8番ベッド
Three
500、
bets 500. Yua calls. The turn is a Queen of Diamonds.
7番チェック、6番チェック、
We go check, check. River's a 3 of diamonds. Actions on Yua with a small blind with pocket pair of sevens.
7番ベッド800、
Yua bets 800.
6番
Three
フォールド、
folds. First hand goes to Yua from Jack 5.
.6 番フォールド、7番フォールド、
Kinana from the small blind calls.
9番レイズ700、
My mistake. Raised to 700 with 2 mystery cards. Justin from the big blind calls from Jack 10 off.
9に変えてあげたら
The mystery cards are 8.
設定自体を
Queen of clubs.
ジャスティンコールでヘッドアップです。
One heads up to the flop. Flop comes 8-7-3 rainbow. Actions on the small blind. Kinana
9番600、
raises to 900.
3番コール、
Justin calls. Turn is the 6 of diamonds.
9番チェック、
Small blind checks. Justin's gonna bet out here with a gut shot. I think here with top pair small blind should just call, smooth call.
9番コール、
Exactly what he does. We're going to a river. River comes a 6, pairing the board. I think here the small blind should just bet, get maximum value.
9番ベッド2000、
Small blind bets 2,000. about third, which is about third pot. Going for what I believe is maximum value. Just in here, I think you just Hollywood a little and just let this hand go. And that's exactly what he does. And Kinana wins a pot of 8,000. Action folds to the small blind. Justin calls.
6番レイズ600
Big blind raises with pocket 6 standard. Raise and take it. Nice hand. Action folds to the button where Justin raises to 600.
6番コール
He has A7 off. Standard raise. Interesting small blind calls with 8-5 off.
6番チェッ
Small
ク
blind checks. Dealer here in position raises 600. Small blind calls with pretty much nothing. Turns a 7. Opens up
6番チェック
small blind. Justin hits top pair,
check.
third pair. There is a 4 blank. Actions on the small blind.
6番3番チェックショーダウンお願いし
Small blind gives up. Button checks. Showdown value.
ますはい
Pair of 7 is going to win the hand here.
7ヒットですね
Very interesting float for the small blind in this hand.
Action folds to the button who raises to 600 with ace-9 off. Small blind calls with pocket 6s. Big blind comes along with 10-9 off.
3プレイヤー
The river comes king deuce 3, 2 clubs.
7番チェック
Small blind checks, big blind checks. Check around. Turns a 7 of hearts.
7番チェック
Small blind checks.
9番ベッド1000
Big blind takes a stab at it with 1,000.
6番コール
Big blind calls.
7番フォールド
Small blind folds. River's at 10.
9番チェック
Big blind hits second pair.
6番ベッド2500
Button bets 2,500. Big blind's taking a couple minutes to think about the hand. I think here in the big blind you should just call. I think this, if he had a king on the button, I think it would lead out much more. Here I think on the big blind you just call, and if he has a king, so be it. Big blind does call, which is the correct move. 10-9 will take it down. Gets there on the river. Everyone is saying that was a great call. I agree with the call. I think once you get that 10 there, good most of the time.
重い重いそんな回なんですかこれ
Moving on to the next hand.
6番ホールド、7番ホールド、
Folds around to the small blind. King 9 with queen 3 suited.
9番レイズ600、
Raises to 600. Pretty standard, four-handed. Justin with jack 6 on the big blind
4番
off.
ホール、
Yeah, this would be a standard call. We'll go to the flop. Flop comes 3, 6, 7, 2 diamonds.
9番チェック、
Small blind checks. Big blind, Justin here. He's gonna lead out.
3番500です。9番コール、
Raise to 500, call. Turn is an 8 of
check.
clubs.
3番チェック、
Justin checks. There's a jack, giving him 2 pair. Small blind here. I think you just check it down.
9番チェック、
Does. Justin here,
3番ベッド1500、
that's about
9番ホールド、
7 3/4 pot. Small blind folds. Got some fans in the back.
7番ホールド、
Action folds to the button. Raise with
Keep on calling.
ace 6 off.
3番
Just in the
ホー
small
ル
blind folds.
ド、6番チェック、
3 in the big blind with jack 8 off the fence. Flop comes ace 10 jack,
Look at
2
my
hearts. Here with top pair.
Keep on bet to
Button's
300.
gonna raise.
6番レイズ600、
Interesting.
Keep on
Big
calling.
blind raises with second pair and backdoor heart flush draw. Ace not going anywhere. We're gonna call.
6番チェッ
Turn is an 8 of diamonds.
ク、9番チェック、
Given the big blind rate 2 pair. Check, check. River's a 6.
6番ベッド1700、
Really bets pot, which I think is a great bet here.
9番コール、ショーダウン、
And Jack 8 will win the hand.
6
2 pair. Yeah, that's a great bet on the river pot size. I think you're there. Must be putting Kinan on an ace if you're gonna bet pot size there. Make it seem close to a bluff.
9番ホールド、
Justin here on the button is going to raise with Jack 8 suited
3番レイズ
to
600、
600.
6番コール、
Small blind calls with King Queen off.
7番コール、あと100
Big
万、
blind is gonna come along with 7-4 off.
3プレイヤー、
Flop comes King Deuce 3 rainbow. We're hitting top pair.
67チェック、
Check, check. We're gonna check around. Turn is a 10 of
6番チ
spades.
ェック、7番チェック、
Very uneventful card.
Come on,
We're gonna go
check.
check around. Turn is another king giving Rui trips.
6番ベッド800、
He's gonna go ahead and bet 800, and I think we're just gonna fold, and he's gonna take down the pot of 2.6k. Wow, Justin wakes up here with 10s under the gun.
3番レイズ600、
Raise to
6番ホールド、
Button folds.
7番コール、
Big blind calls.
9番コール、
Oh, sorry. Small blind and big blind calls. Small blind is king 7 off. Big blind with king 3 suit, 4-3 suited.
3プレイヤー、
Flop comes 3, 5, 9, all
7
hearts.
番チェック、9番チェック、3番チェック、
Check around. Turn is a 9 of diamonds.
7番チェック、
Small blind checks.
9番ベッド400、
Big blind bets 400.
3番コール、
Justin
7番コール、
calls. Small blind gets out of the way. Oh, small blind also calls. Interesting. River's ace of diamonds.
7番チェック
Small blind checks, big blind
Big blind
checks. Here I think you just check. Oh, interesting.
3番ベット
It's
1800
gonna
7
bet
番
1.8k.
9番ホールド
That'll get it done. Interesting. That was a very interesting hand. Surprised that tens did not lead once on that flop.
ちゃんとやってました
したらそれこそディーラーが払う
気をつけろ
あれから
Marie under the gun's gonna raise to 600.
7番コール
Dealer's gonna call you out. It's gonna call with Jack 9 suited.
9番リレーズ 2200
I like the three bet here with sevens on a small blind. And Justin's gonna get out of here with 8-3 suited.
7番コール
And we're gonna get a call out of the under the gun and blind.
3プレイヤー
Flop comes king 8 queen. Rainbow.
9番チェック
Small blind
6番チェ
checks.
ック
Under the gun checks.
7番ベット1800
You guys gonna bet out here with their gut shot and backdoor diamonds. We go with sevens. This is a terrible board for sevens. We're gonna lay that one down.
6番レイズ 5400
Oh, interesting. Underdon's gonna raise, check raise here to 5.4 thousand. I definitely like this move here. Top pair, backdoor clubs. You really want to charge the draws here.
7番コール
You got in the dealer with backdoor diamonds and a gut shot. We'll call. Let's go on check check. River is 3 of spades.
7番チェックショーダウン
I'm gonna check around. Top pair is gonna do it. 'Gonna shout the fans once again, waving their sign.
はいしか出してない7番フォールド
Action folds to the button, who
9
raises
番レイズ400
to 400 with Jack 8 off.
3番コール
Justin's gonna call it 6 deuce suited. Ooh, Rui wakes up with ace king suited on the big blind, who just calls. I guess we're gonna play this hand a little trappy here. Flop comes ace 4 5, 2 diamonds.
3番チェック
Small blind checks.
6番ベット1300
Rui's gonna lead out here with 1.3k.
3番コール
Justin here with a gut shot to the wheel. Well, better than the wheel.
ヘッド
Calls. Flop. Turn comes a 6 of diamonds.
3番チェック
Checks. Rui with ace king is gonna continue to bet for
6番
value.
ベット3500
3,500. Big bet. We'll take it down. I think here in a cash game scenario, I can definitely see Justin calling. You hit a pair of 6. You can definitely get pretty good most of the time with 6. Other times you can probably hit another 6 deuce or hit your wheel or your straight draw. You maybe
9番レイズ
get a
600
max value versus that
3
ace.
番フォールド6番フォールド7番フォールド
Action folds around. Walk for the big blind. Justin wakes up with ace king off under the gun. It looks like our two missed late players finally made it to the store.
6番フォールド
Justin under the gun raises to 600.
9番コール
Both small blind, big blind will call with queen jack off and ace deuce off, respective. Flop comes 5 jack 9 rainbow.
7-9チェック
Yuya in the small blind hits top pair. Turn comes a 5 of clubs after a check around.
7番ベッド800 9番フォールド
Yuya betting his top pair.
3番コール
Justin ace king with 2 overs is not going anywhere for 800. We're going to a river. River comes the 7 of hearts, bringing in the flush.
7番ベッド2500
Yuya is going to bet 2.2, which is about 66%. Here, I don't think he's fearing a flush. Justin here has some intentions, maybe.
3番レイズ
It's
8500
going to raise to
7番フォールド
8,500. Interesting. I like the raise. I think it should have not been a snap fold from the queen jack. I think there with top pair. I think you should give it a little thought. I think that one you should should call. Oh, sorry. We got the second half of the instruction. We have Yuta Onsen beams Kaina. And finally from Ube Monster, Rubik.
じゃあそれぞれ入っていただいて、ひろゆきくんが2番かな。
And now the whole team is here to play this poker event here at PokeBar Visit.
27あるんですか
あ、27ある、27ある。
Here we have some lost audio, so it'll just be me casting. Action folds to the cutoff, who raises with 10-6 offsuit. Yeah, and the dealer button raises with 10s to 2.2k. Small blind and big blind folds, pretty standard. Interesting call from the cutoff with 10-6 off. I guess we're gambling here. Flop comes 5-4 king rainbow. 10-6 checks. Dealer's gonna bet 2.5k, and that would take it down. That was a very ambitious raise and call by 10-6 offsuit there. Action folds to the button. Kaina with ace jack offsuit. Standard raise. Oh, a big raise to 900. Action folds back to the high jack, who may have called earlier with 9-8 offsuit. Flop comes 3-7-4, 2 clubs. Based on the action so far, Rui seems to be a very loose player, playing some odd hands, one might say. Rui's going to lead out with 1.8k. Ace Jack is not going anywhere with such a low flop. We're going to see a turn of 3 of diamonds, check around. River is a 3 of hearts. I think a lot of times ace high is going to be good. High jack's going to give up. Button's going to take a showdown value of ace high, and that will take down a pot of 5.7k. Oh. Action folds around to the button. Rubik with Jack 9 suited. Here, I think it's standard raise. Raise 600. Justin is small with King 8 clubs. We're just going to call. High now with 10 deuce offsuit. Going to fold a small blind, big blind there. Flop comes deuce, king, 7. Justin flopping top pair with the second nut flush draw. Rubik, not much. However, Rubik's going to continue to see. Justin's going to check. Rubik is going to c-bet with 500. Here I can see a raise or a call. Justin is going to take a little more aggressive route, raising it to 1.6k. I like the bet. I like the check raise. Rubik here, I think we're just going to let this one go. Yep, and Justin will take down the pot. Here we got the standings, kind of with 38k, and you're in last place with 19.7k. You're here under the gun with queen 4 suited. It's going to raise 600. Action folds to the hijack with 7-6 suited. It's going to 3-bet to 1.6k. I like the 3-bet given the ranges for Yuya's opening so far. Rubik is going to call with ace 8 suited. Justin is also going to call with queen 9 suited. Ruin a big blind with 9 deuce off. I think most of the time you're going to fold, but such a nice price to just call. No, we're going to let that one go. Oh, sorry, we had some bleep in the action. Rubik was the one who actually... Oh, Rubik folded. Justin was going to call 1.6k, and you're under the gun here. Queen for off is going to call. If you're going to raise a queen for all suited, you might as well call in this situation. Flop comes queen, 8, 10, 2 hearts. You hits top pair, well, the worst kicker. Justin hits top pair with the better kicker, as well as a flush draw. Kind of with the flush draw as well. Actually, Justin has a gut shot to the straight flush draw as well. If the jack of hearts comes on the turn. Justin's going to bet here with top pair, flush draw. We're going to call around. Turns a 3 of diamonds. Action checks to Justin. I think here you should bet top pair, second nut flush draw with the chance of a straight flush draw. You bet here. Bet 8k, which is about 75% pot. I like it. Into three players. You hear calls, 7-6. Yeah, unfortunately, you have to get out of the way in this situation. River's a king of diamonds, ringing in the backdoor flush. You're here thinking he's good with second pair. I don't think we're too much about the king. Nothing. Yuya bets. Let's see how much he bets here. 5k. I think Justin here you just call. It's no point of raising. I think here you just call. The really king X's that we stay in the situation is maybe king jack, king 10s. But here I think you just call with queen 9 suited. I don't blame Justin here taking his time. Good call. Justin calls. Shows queen 9 of hearts for the winner. For a pot of over 35,000. Good call by Justin. Action folds to the cutoff. Justin here raised with ace-10 off to what looks to be 600. Action folds to the small blind, who also calls, and big blind also defends with queen-jack. Oh, dealer also calls with king-6 offsuit. Flop comes 9-4 jack, all spades. Justin here the only with a spade. Rui hits top pair with a pair of jacks. Yuya and Kaina with absolute air. Rui bets 2.5k with top pair. You guys can get out of the way. So is Kaina. Heads up to the turn, which comes an 8 of spades, bringing a 4-liner to the flush. Justin here hitting it with his 10 of spades. Rui with top pair is going to bet again, 7k. I think here if you're Justin, you just smooth call. Justin's going to call with 7k. I like it. River's a 3 of diamonds, more or less a blank. I would really like to see a check back here from Rui. I like it. Justin checks. Justin also checks. I think here, Justin, I think you should just bet. I think there's a lot of value in betting. Even if you don't get anything, you don't have to show your hand. And you're going to be good most of the time. Kind of here, the cutoff is going to raise Jack 8 off to 500. And that will do it, as everyone else has nothing. Action folds to the small blind, who has king 10 offsuit. Here, just like a standard raise. It's 800. Blind v blind. 10-9 here. I think you can make it. You can probably just call, see a flop. Flop comes deuce, 4, king, rainbow. Small blind checks. Big blind checks. Turn is a deuce pairing the board. He's going to check again with his top pair. Well, top 2 in this situation with a 10 kicker. I think trapping all the way. Rubik here, I think we just take a stab at it. If we don't get it, then we'll shut down and check down on the river. Rubik bets 1.2k. Keenan is just going to smooth call. River is a 2 of diamonds. Keenan here with a full house. Rubik with just trips. Playing the board. Keenan's going to lead here with 1k. Trying to entice Rubik to bluff at it. I think Rubik here, we just let this one go. You can get creative, but calling is definitely never the option. Ooh, raise to 5,000. Trapped. We get there. Get maximum value. Exactly where we wanted. That small sizing. Keenan will take it down with a full house of deuces. I like how Keenan played that hand. Very trappy. Kind of how my personal style is. Here again, we have the players representing each store. Oh, audio's back.
ツッコミ欲しい。きつい。
レイ君頑張れ。何のために来たんや。
ボケ今
何のために来たんや。
重ね重ね来てる。
ちょっとキャラが太すぎる俺。
そうです。気づきました？
Seems like everybody's getting along. Very lighthearted event. Everyone seems to have a good time. Even the dealer himself smiling.
いらない。
なかったらしい。
いらない。
じゃあもう一回やりましょう。
いらない
任せてください。
いらない。
渾身のボケが
I wish I knew more Japanese to translate what they're saying, but you can tell they're having a good
タイ
time.
ミング見よう。
という感じですね。じゃあ再開していきます。はい、喋ってください。
おーよいしょ
Alright, play is going to resume. The audio problem is fixed now, so it will not just be me.
4番フォールド。6番レイズ407番フォールド。9番400にコール。
Hijack here raises with queen for offsuit with 400. Button calls with jack 10. Just on your big blind, priced in. Let's see a flop. 200 more. 7-4 off.
3プレイヤー。
Flop comes king 6-6.
4
Rainbow.
番チェック。6番チェック。9番チェック。
Check around. Turn comes a jack, giving king on a second pair.
チェックアラウン
The
ド。
best hand. Checks around. River's a 3 of clubs. Insequential card.
3、6チェック。
Then you just bet here with your jack. See if you can get value from maybe a 3 that gets there. Maybe a small pair. Excuse my burp.
映ってると思う。
始まった瞬間シーンってなって始まる前ギリギリまで最後。
Jack will take it down. Alright, Rudy Undergun wakes up with pocket sevens.
6番レイズ600です。
Raises
7、9
600.
フォールド。2番フォールド。
Action falls to Justin, the small blind, which Jack 9 suited, calls. Here's 6-5 big blind. We're gonna go ahead and. Oh,
4番レイズ
gonna
2700。
raise to 2.7 big blind. I like the raise here. 6-5 suited.
6番コール。
Call under the gun. I think here with Jack 9 suited, I think we can probably let this go most of the time.
3番コール。
But here, we're gonna call. See a flop. I don't hate the call.
3プレイヤー。
Flop comes 6-9-9. Well, Justin flops trips. Kind of fits 2 pair. Rui hits 2 pair as well with his pocket. It's gonna be a very spicy hand here. Kind of is gonna lead out with
6
his.
番オールイン。
Oh, Yu's gonna jam. 1.16k.
リバーロールだったら BGM 長いんですか？
あ、リバウルーだ。ででんでんででん。
Here, Justin going a little bit in a tank. I think here we can play it safe and just jam over the top. What I would like to see is just a flat, and maybe we could bring the big blind to come along as well. If not, that's
ジャ
okay.
スティンコールです。3番
I
コー
like
ル
the。call. I think 6-5 here, we're gonna have to muck that one. Good fold, good fold, good fold.
4番フォールド。
Showdown Jacks was King Jack. Oh, excuse me. Sevens versus Jack 9. 2 outs. We're gonna run it once. Run it once here. Turn is a 5 of spades. Bring back more outs. River's a queen of spades, queen of diamonds. Safe for Jack 9.
はい。記念すべき1人目です。
There goes Yuya's first bullet.
4万点お願いします。
いつも通りで言うな。
ゴロスーツチェックしとけ
やると思っ
いやいやアイ
た。
ポケ残るから
4万点です。
やると思った。
Based on kind of the play style I've noticed so far, Rui and Yuya seems to be play very loose and to play more borderline hands, to put it in a nice way. And we got Kinana, Rubik, Justin kind of playing more standard poker. Kinana is going to raise. Oh, nope.
4番レイズ4000
Ooh, hold up. We got a bet and a 3-bet. What the cards load up on the screen. Oh. We got some confusing action here. Although the dealer in the back, not dealer, the owner in the back is trying to go through the motions, the bet motions.
で6番4000にコール7番がフォールド
Okay, so it looks like we got the action loaded up. So it looks like there was a 4-bet, the ace king off to 4K. We're in a big blind with ace 7 suited. It's gonna call, loose call.
Alright, let's gamble.
And Justin here with king jack's gonna gamble with king jack.
Let's gamble. Gamble.
Flop comes 5 queen 3 2 hearts. Kind of here I would
4番
actually really like a C bet here actually, but it does go check around.
4番6番チェック3番チェック
Check around. The river is a jack. Justin sucking out with king jack.
4番チェック
Ace king checks. I like it.
6番ベット2000
Big Blind's gonna take a stab at it, but I don't think that's gonna work.
3番2000にコール
Gonna call king jack.
4番はいショーダウン F はいとジャック
Justin will take it down with king jack off.
喋らん方がいいこれ反応。
喋らんほうがいい全然もう
どっちみち分かるもん。
基本的にルールないです
どっちでもいいですね。
配信で分かるの嘘ついてますけど
それを
そう、エイシーズオーバーフォールドやったかな。
めっちゃ見え張ってる
先生にまくられた。
We haven't seen any big bluffs so far. Maybe we'll see one soon. There we Kinana king 10 offsuit under the gun.
9番レイズ600
Standard raise here. 6 players.
1番ホールド3番ホールド
600.
4番600にコール6番ホールド
Action folds to the dealer with jack 6 off calls. Big blind also calls with queen 4 suited. Flop comes 3 5 5 2 diamonds.
7番チェック9番チェック4番チェック
Check around. 4 diamonds here. Giving you a pair of 4s and 5s. Here I think you should bet. Pretty standard.
7番ベット800 9番ホールド
Big blind folds. I think open ended. We're gonna call 1 over to the board.
4番コール
Hopefully we get there on the river. River is a 5 of spades. I think US feels very safe here to bet. I think. We got another fan coming in.
7番ベット2800
2.8K. I like the bet
7番
sizing.
2800
Oh. And at 2.8K. I like the bet sizing. Here you're good. Especially when there's no snap call.
勝手にはいまず3000スマブラ君
それは面白い。
1人だけ3000点ぐらいで3000点ぐらいで
3000点ぐらいで
Here I think it's. You might be curious, but I think Jack 6 here. We're gonna have to let this one go. Yep, just a little Hollywood and just let that one go.
4番ホールドです
待って4番ホールド。
はい
ボールです。
はい。
100回キャッチできたね
Rubik here under the gun raises to
2番レイズ600
600 with ace king suited.
3番フォールド4番コール6番7番フォールド
Cutoff is gonna call with 10-8 suited.
600です9番フォールドWhat's up?
Here we go, heads up to the flop. Ace king hearts versus 10-8 of hearts. Flop comes 6-6-9, 2
2番
hearts.
チェック
We might get
3
some
番チェック
fireworks on this hand. And we get a 4 of hearts on the turn, giving Rubik the nut flush, kind of with a gut shot to the straight flush.
2番ベッド1000
Rubik is going to bet 1,000, try to get as much value out of this flush. Kinda here, I can see him call or raise, looking what seems to be a raise here.
4番レイズ2300
Raise to 2.3k. I think similar to kind, I think here you can smooth call or 3-bet. Personally, I like to just smooth call and see a river. There's very few cards I think that can be bad.
2番コール
And here, if you can be behind, maybe pocket 4s, maybe pocket 9s, I think here you would just want to keep the pot a little small. River is a 7 of diamonds, bringing in a straight, but that's very insequential. Rubik here, I actually would like a check.
2番
Yep.
チェック
Kaima's gonna bet what he thinks is best for value with an overbet of 8,000. Rubik here, I think you just call if he has a full house, so be it. We're really realistically here only losing to 4s, 9s. We might in a cutoff. I think we're gonna 3-bet most of our 9s,
2番オレン
even 8s.
4番ゴール
And we're gonna get a call all in on a call. And we get a flush over flush.
一応ストップラ
Rubik
ン
is
に
gonna
しよ
get
うかなと思ったのに
all kind of chips for a pot of about 35k. Kaina's gonna have to rebuy and re-enter for 30k. There's no money involved here, but got faulted there by Justin here with 7-5 of diamonds under the gun. And this setup, I think we're gonna raise. I think we're gonna raise most suited hands.
4番
Kaina's gonna get
2000
funky here with a 7 deuce off and raise 3-bet. So
6番2000にコール
2K
79フォールド
we're here with Queen 8 suited. It's gonna call.
2番フォールド
Small blind, big blind is gonna call full as well.
Sound
Justin's gonna call with a
Three,
7-5 suited. Okay, we're getting funky hands going in. Flop comes 7-6 king, 2 hearts.
3番チェック
Justin flopping the best. Kind of here with 7 deuce
4番ベッド3000
off. Hitting his 7's not gonna go anywhere. It's gonna continue his story that he does not have 7
6
deuce
番フォールド
and actually has a king. Justin here, your 7 middle pair. I think we're gonna at least see a turn. Turn is a king of diamonds.
3番チェック
Here it looks like both players are set to chop this one. However, Justin's gonna check. Kinda's gonna continue his
4
story.
番ベッド6200
6.2k. Justin here seeing the king carrying the board. I think we're gonna call. I don't think we can kind of fold this hand. If he has an overpair, we can reevaluate in the river.
3番コール
Like it. River's a jack. Confirming the chop pot. And And everyone loves a chop
3番
pot,
チェック
like what a famous person once said.
4番チェック
7
Oh, we're gonna check on the river, and we're gonna chop. Everyone's gonna laugh at the hands that both of them are playing, especially the 7 deuce. I think 7 deuce is very lucky to chop there.
何点でしたっけ ?1000
みんなからせ
えでかっあリゴールールでこれボでけえよ
Do I have to pay? It's a chop with me.
あそういうことか
Do I have to pay? Oh man.
Looks like we're not playing a 7 deuce game. Does chop pots count towards 7 deuce games? That'd be something to look up.
4番フォールド6番フォールド7番フォールド9番レイズ600 2番フォール
Who's
ド
gonna raise here is King Nana was effectively King
3
Nana,
番コール
if you like puns there. Justin's gonna call with 10-5 suited. Like I said, you're mostly gonna call single bet pots with suited hands in this format.
9番チェック
Justin hits a 5. 6th round, Justin hits next 2 pair on the turn. I think we have to bet here. Maybe
3番ベット1100
big bet here. Probably around 85% of the pot. I think here with King 7, you just let this one go unless we want to
9番フォールド
fire off a big bluff.
どこがカメラを抜かれてるかわからん
アクションは
あ、ホールド今9番ホールド。
9番フォールドそれよりちょっと大事なことが
ずるいなあれずるいなはい5からでいい
ルイ君がレイズ600に7番がコールで9番がフォールドしました
8番ね、それ Mac アンテナに入ったら自動的にフォローになるから。
あ、じゃあ大丈夫
Alright, back to the
今
action.
2番がまだアクション
Under the gun at 9-6 suited, the funny hand, raised 600. You in the hijack, 6-4 diamonds gonna call, wide call. Rubik with ace queen here, I think easy 3-bet with ace queen off, and on the button.
4番コール
Big blind's gonna call with 6 deuce
6番
suited.
コール
Seems like players are starting to loosen up. I think Rui and Yura are starting to loosen up the table a little more with their calls and
4
raises.
プレイヤーで4672
Flop comes king, 5
4番チェ
king,
ック
queen,
6番チ
2
ェック
hearts.
7番チェック
Action checks the Rubik.
2番チェック
Checks. Turn is a ace of hearts. Giving
Come on,
Rubik
check it.
top 2.
6番チェック
Sorry, not
7
top
番
2.
チェック
Just 2 pair. However, it does bring in the flush. Oh wow. River comes at 10 of hearts. Scary card. If you have ace queen here.
4番チェック6番チェック
But
7番
luckily for him, nobody else has anything else.
ショーダウンお願いします
Ace queen is gonna take this one down. And everyone's gonna show over their funny hands, and everyone's laughing. Ace queen here with a actual real hand. I apologize if it seems like I'm being harsh on Rui and Yua, like saying that they got funny hands, but I think we're all having this fun. And as you can see, the players themselves are laughing at the hands that are being shown.
7番レイズ700
The gun's gonna race with 9-8 offsuit, 700. Given his line today, that seems pretty standard for him.
9番リレーズ2100
Kinana's gonna raise
2番フォール
the
ド
hijack with ace 8
2100
off. I like to play here, given
Fold.
given
Look fold.
Yuya's wide opening range.
7コール
Action folds back. Oh, action folds back to Yuya, who's also gonna call the 3-bet. Flop comes 3-9-5, giving you a top pair.
9番ベッド
Yuya
700
checks. Kinana's gonna continue. Yuya's not going anywhere with top
7番
pair.
コール
Turn is the 6 of diamonds.
7番チェック
Yuya's gonna check. Kina gets some extra outs with the 7.
5100
Who's gonna raise 1.5, 5.1k. Yuya's gonna click the aggressive route and raise all in, and that will do it. Unorthodox play there from Yuya.
めっちゃガラガラ気がしますもんだって。
Moving on to the next hand.
9番フォルド2番フォルド
Action falls over Justin, who wakes up with Ace King
Somebody
offsuit and a
drop
cutoff. Who
4番コール
raises to 600.
6番フォルド7番コール
And we get a call from both the button with 10-8 offsuit and Yuya and the big blind with King 7 off. Flop comes 8-5-10 rainbow.
7番チェック
Kind of getting top pair.
3番チェック
Oh, top 2.
4番チェック
Turn is a deuce after a check round on the flop.
3番チェック
Action checks back to Kaina. I think here we should start betting. Which he
4番ベッ
does.
ト800
That's 800. Try to get some
And
value,
about
but I think we're all just gonna take a fold around. Just a mic call here. 2 overs, but discipline and let someone go.
あと何回できるなとかじゃない
今難しい。
2番フォルド3番フォルド4番フォルド
Actually,
Look about
folds
laser.
to ruin the button, raises the queen 10 off. Yuya just flats on the small blind with pocket 8s, which allows Kinana to come in on the big blind with 9-5 suited. Flop comes 6 jack 4 2 diamonds.
7番チェック9番チェック
Check around to the
6番
button.
チェック
Check around. Turn is a 7 diamonds, completing a diamond flush draw. Yuya here is gonna bet with his 8 of diamonds.
7番ベット2400
8's good here a lot of times as well. That's 2.4k. Kinana here with an open-ended flush draw is going open-ended straight draw. My apologies. It's gonna let that one go, and we will let it go as well. Eights will take it down. I think Kinana there could definitely consider a call, but I think given the flush out there, even if he gets to a river, what he's thinking, probably a straight's not good. So I don't like folds.
振らないよ
普通にセクハラいやいや
3番フォールド4番フォールド6番7番フォールド9番コール
Actually folds to the small blind with 7, Kinana with 7-3 off. Small blind's just gonna call. Move back here with king, queen offsuit. I think we're definitely gonna raise on the big blind.
2番レイズ700
Raise to 700. I think we should raise bigger there. I think we should probably raise to maybe 1,000, 1,200. Especially blind v blind.
9番リレイズ3700
Interesting here. Small blind here is gonna go ahead and try to bluff at it in 3-bet with 3.7k. The big 3-bet. I think here king queen off tournament. I think we would let this, we let this one go. We're laughing around. I think here if this is tournament poker, I think we let king queen off here. But I think in this situation, this kind of setup, I think we just call and see a flop. Rubik he's a good player, so I think he's giving it some thought.
がみんなに200めっちゃ反射するそうに出るわけです。これ
Yep, and I like the call from Rubik here. In position. Flop comes 4, 7, 5, giving 7 rewarding his aggression. And then here we bet again.
9
Yep,
番ベット7000
7,000. I like the big bet here. I think King Queen here. We let this one go. We let this one go. I don't mind him giving it some thought, but ultimately we're gonna let this one go. It's just the right
2番
move.
フォールド
今のではなかったみたいね。
一番楽しそう。
I love the call. Sometimes cards just will come your way.
古いよ
金奈君の心拍数測ってください。
癖やってるよな。
下になんか名前と一緒にハンドの横に心拍数
勝手につけよう、勝手につけよう。
めっちゃおもろかった今の。はい、ということで前編はここまでになります。とっても長くなりましたので前編と後編に分けてお送りします。さて申し遅れてましたが、このように Twitter 上で事前にアンケートを取ったところ、今回のフォーカスポットプレイヤーズ優勝予想はダントツのルービック君が1位という予想になりました。さあルービック君はみんなの応援を背負ってこの後大逆転をしていくのか、それとも現在1位のジャスティンが逃げ切るのか、後編をお楽しみください。後編は1枚見せてねチップも大活躍しますのでぜひ楽しんでください。